The Wicked movie press tour has been beyond bizarre. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, who play the main characters Elphaba and Glinda, have given many people the ick by how cringe and dramatic they've been during these interviews. We get it. You've bonded. You're besties.
Yeah, I will be there.
I'm gonna be with you.
Let's go.
Let's go. I promise.
I think they're going. I think they're gonna.
We're gonna
do
go.
this.
I'm coming.
Final note. My daughter Sophie said, "Look at you guys. I love it. Oh my god."
Truthfully, we're a bunch of crybabies over here.
I just saw the movie and wow, they really gave it 150%. The vocals were next level and they did the musical by Stephen Schwartz justice. And they seem genuinely grateful to have played these roles, unlike another Hollywood theater kid we know.
Your version of Snow White is different and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
But if you hadn't seen Wicked, you'd wonder what's causing these two to break out in tears during every interview.
And I just want to let you know, I mean, I'm a nobody, but you did it. You did it.
We love you.
And I thank you. Oh, Cynthia, I'm going to cry my glitter off. I'm going to go blind from glitter.
No, you both have to stop.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Stop now.
It's just...
Oh my goodness.
Cynthia,
oh my goodness.
it was incredible. Both of you were incredible, but I love you.
Oh,
It's just
goodness.
been, it was
Oh, Jesus.
the highlight of my life.
And please, oh my goodness.
I just thank you for being you, and thank you for doing such an incredible job with
goodness.
her and looking up.
These weird clips have been going viral for weeks. With every teary-eyed appearance they make, they're slowly turning off more and more potential fans.
It's not because we're just crying out of nowhere. This experience was like a huge, life-changing, crazy, emotional thing.
People think we need to go to an asylum. People think we need to be locked
We
up.
have therapists.
Yeah, we're
this
fine.
We're
just
good.
grateful
We're just really
people.
happy.
And it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Even Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, who played the original Broadway Elphaba and Glinda, are all in on the sob fest. The thespians are out in full force.
After you sing the film, that voice note, I still play it sometimes.
Oh,
you do?
I saved mine too.
I saved the voice notes and I play them. I play them a lot.
I meant it.
I know, I think it meant a lot. Why are you getting teary-eyed?
I meant it.
To be fair, it's every theater nerd's dream to be cast in Wicked. Now, grown-up theater kids themselves, Grande and Erivo, are so proud to play these roles, and they have major respect for them. But LGBT activism is still being projected onto Wicked by queer media outlets, and the actresses are caught in the middle. To be sure, the Land of Oz is whimsical and eccentric, and it shouldn't shock anyone to see guys and girls in drag-like costumes. I would argue Oz is not, as the left would call it, heteronormative. But some are taking what's meant to be a deep, platonic relationship between the two main characters too far.
I've seen this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
Holding space is our newfangled lib language, apparently, that means nothing to the average person, but it does scream narcissism. This interviewer is basically calling a scene in the movie a dog whistle for the LGBT community.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread, but, you know, I am in queer media, so that's my,
That's really cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it's happening.
You can kind of sense that even Erivo, who identifies as queer, thinks that one's a bit of a stretch. To top it all off, in an interview with Gay Times, Grande was cornered into answering whether she could feel the Gelfie vibes, that is, Glinda and Elphaba's homosexual undertones.
What I love about Wicked, and I think what a lot of people love about Wicked and this story, is that there are loads of queer allegories. From queerness and otherness with Elphaba and allyship with Glinda, which doesn't feel too far off your own personal experiences. So how does that inform your performances in this film?
I mean, Oz is just a celebration of uniqueness, and everyone is so beautiful in Oz.
Her first instinct to not rewrite the musical was correct, but he kept pressing.
There are a select group of fans of L. Frank Baum's original works that do ship Glinda and Elphaba as a couple. Cool.
And she gives in.
Glinda might be a little in the closet, but if there were a time,
Yeah.
maybe, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Give it a little more time.
Yeah.
I mean, if she said otherwise, she'd probably be canceled. Kristen Chenoweth, when consulted on the matter, also agreed. And these actors have been virtue signaling in worse ways. Cynthia Erivo threw a tantrum when a fan edited the movie poster to make it look more like the original. Yeah, you heard me right. She chastised a fan. Here's the scoop. A fan edited the Wicked movie poster to make it look more like the 20-year-old original poster for the musical, where the brim of the Wicked Witch's hat casts a shadow over her eyes. But instead of simply scrolling by the fan edit, Erivo chose to tear into the graphic, calling it, quote, the most offensive thing she's ever seen. A little dramatic?
I am a real-life human being who chose to look down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful.
She really does think she's the main character. The constant tears, the hand-holding, the progressive plot editing. If this were all some sort of scheme to gatekeep a good story from traditional people, well, it's working. Conservatives have been repelled by Wicked, believing that it's too woke. In my opinion, this is tragic. As a Wicked super fan, I'm sad people aren't giving it a shot because the actors won't shut up. It's an incredible production. The soundtrack is truly beautiful. Do the Aussians wear a little too much makeup? Sure. Does half the cast identify as LGBT? Yeah.
So what you're saying is everyone in Oz is
I think so, a little
very
bit.
this.
Come on.
Yeah.
But conservatives are wasting time calling Wicked woke when they should be claiming many aspects of the plot as victories for their side. It's a cautionary tale of tyranny and censorship. The underlying dystopian drama in Oz is that a tyrannical ruler, who, spoiler alert, turns out to be a phony, is undermining the personhood of sentient animals. The wizard's proxy, Madame Morrible, excuses injustice for the sake of public safety. We've all heard that one before. The Oz education system is slowly becoming a propaganda machine. Insert any authoritarian regime from the 20th century. You have the compliant subjects like Glinda, deemed good for sticking to the status quo when she's really complicit in a lot of bad things. Then you have the dissenting rebel, Elphaba, who is called wicked for raging against the machine and daring to expose their corruption. Wicked poses the age-old question, what is evil? Where does evil come from? Are people born wicked, or do they have wickedness thrust upon them? Hello, conservatives! We should be championing so many of these themes. It's fair to say that these actors, these press outlets, are reading into the LGBT a little too much in the Wicked movie, but this Jaguar ad is a lot more overt.